Hey, it's your girl Q, and you are now tuned in to The Talk with Q. Hey, how you doing? You are tuned into a brand new episode with The Talk with Q. And as you can see, we are in a completely different setting from our normal background, our normal, I guess, studio location, wherever we at. But I think this is a much more like intimate episode, so the conversation should fit that. And we have 4 very, very special guests. I've been drinking a little bit, just a little bit. We have 4 very, very special guests, and all of them are extremely talented. And I'm gonna give everyone an opportunity to introduce themselves, and their Instagram, a little bit of what they do, little smidge, where you can locate them at if you ever want to use their services. Starting over to my right.
Hey, how you doing? I'm Jackson Messenger, poet, author, entrepreneur. You can find me at Jackson Messenger on Instagram, YouTube, Twitter, all that.
I'm Michelina. I am a poet as well. I'm an actress, all around alchemist. I make soap, candles, and things like that. You can find us at Pure Khemia, Khemia Co. on Instagram.
And she's a workout enthusiast.
Yeah.
I am Naima, aka Bella the bartender. Your favorite bartender, by the way. Co-owner of Pure Khemia with my sister. We make hand soaps, body scrubs, and everything. Owner of Chicks Elite, which is a bartending, waitressing company, event planner. I do it all.
What's going on? It's your boy Miami Got Jokes. One of your favorite Miami comedians. Also, I like to let all the ladies know I also give out counseling for all the single ladies that have no place to stay. So let me know and I'll give you a consultation whenever you're ready. Thank you.
How much you charge?
50 to $60 an hour.
Nigga!
Reviews?
I get good reviews.
Okay. Just making sure.
How many sessions you've had?
I've had some sessions like, probably 1 time a week, trying to keep it too easy, because it's a lot of women out here that they lost and they're lonely and they need someone. It's just like, they're too needy, so I try to keep them away from
Back up. Alright.
Oh my god.
We got you. Y'all hear the man. If you guys need any therapy sessions or anything of that such, make sure you hit him up.
Let's start this podcast.
Everybody look at him like, let's go. Ready. Okay, so as we start off tonight's episode, we all know what next week is, the holiday that some of us love and the rest of us hate. Yes. I love Valentine's.
I love it.
I love love.
Give me my
You're a Leo. You're a lover girl.
Yeah.
What are you?
Huh?
What are you?
I don't fucking care about no.
What's your
I'm Libra.
Oh god. I ain't asked Libra. Sorry, my bad.
Astrology signs, remember, are controlled by, we have one of the stars is the moon. The moon controls the ocean. If the moon can control the ocean, what makes you think the moon can't control you? If that makes any sense.
So you're into astrology?
No, I'm not that far, but I do believe, because the moon controls the ocean. The ocean is so vast, and we're what, 70-80% water? What makes you think that the moon can't control
I thought
us?
We're 70%.
Well, 75%, right?
Yeah.
Sorry, my bad. 75% water.
So you're saying that the moon does influence our behavior?
Yes, it influences certain events that can affect our behavior.
Yeah, you're a poet.
That's some voodoo shit.
That's not what. But what is voodoo?
That's some voodoo shit.
What is voodoo though?
Before we go left.
Let's bring it back this way.
Bring it back.
I saw that look in her eyes.
Yeah, no, this is what he does. He pokes people.
She had.
Oh, I know.
That's what he do.
I don't follow him on Twitter. Oh, I'm not.
You gotta ask me how much I charge to sell vagina. I almost like, you know what?
Okay,
he's a comedian. So I'm gonna just let him slide because he's trying to be funny.
Sometimes I forget that too. Like he just says some things. He's like, I'm not done with him today.
It is all jokes.
It's crazy because before we started recording a little bit, we were talking a little bit about his personal life. So you know how I start off each and every episode, I ask everyone, at the moment, what is your question? Y'all have been on here. At the moment, what is your current relationship status?
I should have done a disclaimer. What's going on here? That's kind of.
That's how we start out.
So you can't openly say if you're in a relationship or not?
You can say undecided.
You know what I mean?
What's your
By the
answer?
time day next week. I'm single. I'm 100 single.
You heard the man.
Sister?
I'm in a relationship.
How long?
Like 8 months.
Oh.
You've been in a relationship for 8 months?
Yeah. It's a long story. But yeah, I've been in a relationship for 8 months, but before that I was single for 3 years.
Are you in love?
Yeah.
I can't picture you being in love. You're so just like.
Yeah, it's
Like nonchalant.
I'm not very easy to be in a relationship with, but you know.
Because you're a Virgo. I'm dating one. I'm in a relationship.
I'm not difficult at all. I'm just very like I'm
Tedious.
very. You know how like most women are very like on top of their man. Like I don't do none of
Oh, so
that.
you're chill.
I'm very very chill. So people think in their mind, oh, she
You be
must be
cheating.
doing something. But I don't. I used to be cheating, but I don't cheat now.
You say, that's what's up.
Oh, you was a cheater.
You was a cheater?
Well, I always dated cheaters.
Have you ever cheated?
Yeah.
Yeah, because once you date a cheater, you start being a cheater. It's
Yeah,
like, oh, you
it's
cheat
just
on them,
like
you
a-
gonna cheat
That, see,
too.
that logic is why I'm single.
No, but that's bad. Trust me, that's not my logic.
But this was me younger, but now I understand.
older.
Like I don't want to.
You might
Yeah, I'm
be-
probably the oldest person in the room, but
No.
I would say, yeah,
How old are you at? How old are
yeah.
you?
How old are you?
You have to whisper it.
43. Nah. Wait for it, man.
That's one of whisper shit like, ooh. We all grown
Oh.
here.
Are you in your 30s?
Yeah, mid-30s.
Oh yeah, you're older than me. I'm in my early 30s.
I'm 34.
I thought you was like.
What?
She's my big sister.
I'm her big sister. Yeah.
You're 34.
I always call, you know, I tell everybody.
Everybody
You
knows
lying,
I'm
motherfucker,
older
34. You lying. I ain't gonna
I'm
lie.
34.
drink a lot of water?
34.
I drink a lot of water. I don't eat meat.
And you
I work
okay.
out.
You work
Yeah,
out.
your
Yeah.
skin like by
I take care of myself.
23-ish.
Yeah.
That's what's up.
Yeah, you should
I
be
take
selling
care of
soaps.
myself.
You're a perfect.
Yeah, but yeah, that's what started. You know, that.
Really?
That's why I say holistic stuff. Stuff
Yeah.
like that. The things you eat affect how you age. Just so y'all know.
You want to go get Chick-fil-A after? We ain't eating no meat after this.
I don't even eat fried food. I mean fast food.
Fasting,
I'll eat fast
intermittent
food. I'll eat
fasting,
fast food.
intermittent fasting.
Yeah, I haven't eaten fast food. in 2
What
years.
you said, help?
Intermittent fasting. That's what I do now.
That's the only thing I can't do. Fasting. I hate it.
But you drop a lot of
Great
weight.
for
like
you.
to eat. It's like
So this is me out of shape. So
Word.
yeah,
So when you said young, when you're cheating young, what are we talking?
I would say mid-20s,
mid-20s.
mid to late 20s. Yeah.
Y'all ever been a cheater?
No, I ain't never cheated.
I've never been a
Y'all
cheater.
didn't even
I never
tell us
cheated.
y'all relationship
Oh, wait.
status.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
My
My
relationship.
relationship-
Sorry, y'all.
My relationship status is I'm in a relationship.
Hey, edit that out.
No, because I'm honest. I'm an open book. So my relationship is almost to 10 years.
Oh, okay, that's it.
But last year was a rocky.
Roller coaster, yeah.
It was rocky, so that's why my answer was different the last time I was here. But honestly, I'm in a committed relationship.
You cheated?
No, I'm not a cheater.
She not a cheater. It's me.
Yeah, I'm not a cheater. No.
That was my response to everything back then. You better
I feel
cheat
like
on
if
me.
I-
I'm like, I know something, but whatever.
You better-
whatever.
No, I feel like if I leave you alone, that's gonna hurt you more. Like that's gonna hurt you more than me cheating on you. Honestly, I cut you off and act like you never existed, and trust me, that's gonna bother you because I'm a good person. So
Yeah.
you gonna miss out on having a good person in your
Word.
world.
I feel that. That's me.
Everybody cheat on you. I don't need nobody trying to kill me. No, I don't need.
kill if you cheat on them.
I don't need those problems.
And what about you?
For me? Yes, I am in a.
Yes, you spoke up for the black men in relationships on Twitter the other day. Somebody was talking shit, and he was like, first of all, I'm in a relationship. And upload
that's
this
one
picture
thing
with
to
him
guy.
and his
I
girl.
love that.
I love it. No, I do.
No. Okay.
See, he don't like
No,
that.
it's not that. It's not that. It's just that he's okay. Let me know. Do you follow him consistently?
Yes, I follow him.
I don't follow.
We have had arguments on Twitter.
Exactly.
You know
That's
what I'm
the
saying?
The only time he's a stand-up guy is when he's talking about his girl.
But that's how it should be. I protect my black.
Okay, here we go. Okay. He's not a superhero. He's not an advocate. He's not an advocate for black women and black love. It's not him.
Why does that bother you that I love?
Wait, so what's your
It doesn't
sign?
bother
Wait,
me.
what's your sign?
What is that? Why is it?
I like his sign.
You know why? You know why? I don't like talking about my sign.
No. What's his sign?
No. You know why I like talking about my sign? Because my sign is the most judged sign of all.
Scorpio?
No, and I feel
Gemini?
like yes, and I'm not. What does that mean?
No, I just judge the Gemini women. I don't know about the Gemini men.
Yeah,
but I know the Gemini women are.
I just think a lot of things be real character flaws. I don't think it has anything to do with your astrology, whatever.
Yeah, like a Leo. People think I'm bossy. I don't feel like I'm bossy.
Leos are horrible.
Well, based off-camera conversation.
Wait, what?
Horribles.
You think we're horrible?
Yes. Besides the Capricorn, which is my sign, when it comes to the nymphoism, if that's even a word,
I don't feel
the Leos are and the Scorpios are literally like Leo Scorpio is like neck and neck. Like, yeah, no. And you guys are a little emotional, but like you guys are sweet. But you guys can be. You don't mind being by yourself.
How y'all come up with these definitions? Like, I think horoscopes are just bogus as hell.
If you this is the thing, if you actually look into it into a deeper aspect versus surface level, you will understand why. We're speaking on it. We're speaking on it from a surface level, but it's much deeper than that.
But I don't be seeing like you like, oh, you are Aquarius, like they wonder why you act so mean.
But those people you gotta ignore. That's BS.
I'm a Libra, but like everybody act mean.
That's what he is.
Aquarius liars.
Lying ass Libra. No.
See, Aquarius liar, lying ass Libra, like loud big go flying. Like, come on, you know what I'm saying? I'm a Libra.
The minute I say I'm a Leo, so like, people always like, oh, you're bossy.
It's like when
y'all just know what y'all want to do.
When you were,
y'all
are people that are. It's like those. You guys are. Y'all are sure yourselves.
Yes.
Because everything is fake.
So people take
everything was you were meant to be born. You were meant to be brought into this world. You meant those kind of things.
So that'd be alright. Well.
So you guys, I think y'all gonna be like, y'all are funny. Y'all are very funny. But listen, so y'all know in today's, I guess, most talked about recent event that's going on right about now is this infamous, not the Super Bowl, because the Super Bowl did just leave Miami.
Oh God,
I hope everyone enjoyed that Super Bowl weekend because it literally felt like a normal weekend to me, but I'm talking about the Stripper Bowl. The Stripper Bowl is this. Nobody gonna snap.
Oh yeah.
What's the rules of snapping? When do we snap?
We just snap it on certain comment. Okay, wanna do this?
I mean, pre-K guys.
So the Stripper Bowl is a really, I guess, big event that originated in Atlanta last year during Super Bowl, because you know the Super Bowl was in Atlanta last year. By QC, the label is like a recording company that are very well known. Migos, City Girls, a few people are signed to them. A lot of times people think Cardi signed to them because she's always she date Offset, but she's not signed.
I thought she had like a secondary deal.
She has a management deal with.
Yeah, she has some type of deal.
Yeah, she claims QC, but I don't know.
She's represented by they manage her. She's not signed to them as a label, but they do her management.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, QC is very, very popular because we all know the Migos are really a big deal right about now. So QC started this Stripper Bowl type of situation, and last year I heard they threw like $2 million. And literally it's just an event where they're inside of a club and guys are just throwing money in the middle of the floor, and at the end of the night, whatever's on the floor, all the girls in the club could split it. That's how it started off.
Oh, don't get me started on this.
Fast forward, current day, the Stripper Bowl was this Monday after the Super Bowl, and it was the most talked about event throughout the whole weekend because everybody was so anticipated to go to this event. It was like $200 to get in, right?
Yes, that's why
it was like $200 to get in. A lot of people went hoping they'll find a baller. I don't know how successful that was, but the whole thing was none of the strippers could privately dance with anyone. They could not take all their clothes off, and they could not touch none of the money on the floor. Cardi B alone said she threw $50K, her and Offset. QC said he threw 110, 120.
No.
Somebody else said he threw 50. They said nobody knows the exact amount Little Baby threw. They threw a lot of money. They had to throw at least over $1 million, $2 million. And when the night was over and all 80, 90 of them girls left.
It was 325 girls, but go ahead.
It was 350
something girls.
350 some girls. They only took $1,100, $1,200. They only took like $1,000.
And they had to bring in $120,000 because it wasn't enough money for everybody to get it split evenly.
And then they said it was like $200K missing off the floor. They said over $200K was stolen off the floor. Fast forward, the event was I don't want to say, what word I could use? A mess.
Terrible.
A scam. A mess. And then they had to pay a $350 club tip out. Normally the tip out for a club is like what, $50?
And 30% of what they made. Keep in mind of that. And if regular customers, like if we went in there and we threw money on them, they wasn't allowed to pick that money up either.
Oh, and they said it was no individual dancing, no individual money being thrown.
Yeah.
So they literally stood there looking like the heavens was pouring down.
My homeboys was mad because they went in there and spent money. They made a video. They was like, I'm gonna take my time as what they appreciate it. I'm going to the office. Like they still had 1,000 ones because
I saw videos
why would I
of niggas pulling money. They was stuffing money down their
I saw
pants.
videos of girls on the couch sleep.
Why would I dance?
They was in there, but they was
if I'm guaranteed $1,100 and I don't gotta do nothing, it doesn't matter. I'm not sitting here and count this stuff anyway. Why would I dance? I'm gonna sit here and party.
You know what's bugging me the most when I'm listening to this? I'm like thinking about like the people that are in power. You have men that are in power that's controlling how women use their sexuality or their sexual allure. So for me, I'm just like, I gotta pay you to do something that was given to me to get into a space filled with men. I gotta pay another man to get into this space. When all in actuality, the women have all the power, but they basically strip them of any power they could possibly have of making money off of something that was God-given or God-bought or whatever the fuck you want to call it.
So why don't they make their own stripper board?
That's what I'm saying.
Somebody said that. Somebody said next year the strippers need to get together and get a venue and do their own thing.
When you put women in power of their own sexual allure, they have more control and more power. More women would have made more money if men did not control the narrative. The narrative, not even the narrative. That's a storyline. We talking about how a woman's supposed to make money. You tell me, oh, I can't get naked. You tell me I gotta pay you $350 to get in here,
and I can't touch my
30% of what I
work. History has shown powerful women who come together to take control and take initiative are not so much quick to take their clothes off. They gather together and they do something else in a powerful level. That
I understand, but there are powerful women that use their sexuality as power.
That's true.
I think it has a lot to do with how we were conditioning to think that women who use their sexual power as hoes, as deemed negative, like it's literally frowned upon. But when you have women that break through, when you have women that break through those barriers and don't give a fuck about what a man think or what people think about them, and they be like, you know what? If I'm selling pussy, or if I'm selling the visual of sex, I should be able to make all my money. I shouldn't have to pay a nigga shit. Nigga should be paying me because I'm giving you the fantasy. I'm giving you all this shit that's the reason why you're here. Otherwise, you wouldn't even be here.
So why don't they?
Just like she said earlier, some strippers are dumb.
Yeah, honestly,
don't let me be in there. I would be in there shaking my ass thinking my head.
You have power, right? The person with the money.
Right, that's true.
But that's what I'm saying. But the person who has the power has the money. However, I have more power if you pay me for a service or a need that you need. You want this. This is something that you want. You either pay for it or you can fuck off.
It's about supply and demand.
Good for you, but this girl right here is going to do what I say.
Exactly.
It's easy to deal with.
But that's what I'm saying. But it's levels to it.
If women stop lowballing themselves, basically.
Exactly.
Because it's all, like you said, you're right. It's always another woman that's willing to do it for less. If women stop lowballing themselves and know their value, because your vagina is your vagina. Like my brother used to tell me this when I was a little girl. He used to always say, your vagina is the only thing in this world that belongs to you besides my child now. But your vagina is the only thing. He came out my vagina, so same thing. Your vagina is the only thing that you have power over. Don't give that to nobody else. That's your power. You control how you maneuver that and how you deal with that.
Look at it like
whatever with that.
If you want a paint job, right? You know this motherfucker who charged you probably on the street is like too much. Like this is the person who charged the most, right? Somebody say, hey, you know this person does an impeccable job. Like everybody goes to them, they're in high demand. Somebody say, hey, I can do that, but for cheaper. You're gonna be like, wait a minute, let me see. And if the quality is kind of juxtaposed, you're gonna think, oh, maybe I should. So people the gist of it, most people lowball, just to get ahead. So I understand, some women, but if women actually came together, that's some powerful shit. And I'm talking about in sexuality, because that's a lucrative industry. Like people gonna do it regardless. So it's just gonna be selling.
Like I
regardless. Like motherfuckers been prostituting for hundreds of years. It was seen as a goddess act. And now when women started telling motherfuckers no, then it became, oh, you can't sell pussy no more. I mean, I'm just putting it in layman terms, but it's a lot. It's on a greater scale than that. But literally, women are now, they're like, oh, well, since you selling it to me, I'm gonna make it illegal. So that means you need to give me the pussy for free. Like type of shit like that. So it's just, to me, even though in a sense we all kind of sell pussy when you think about it, because we, you know, when men date us,
now you talking my language.
But I'm just saying, like, so when I ask for,
I don't sell pussy.
I'm talking about like,
I know, but still, I know I have a rebuttal for that. We gonna save that debate for
later. Dudes pay for it regardless, because he gonna have to take me out, he have to date me, he gonna have to do all this other shit. It's requirements. It may look tasteful in that sense, but if you put it on a scale, two different scales, it's almost the same thing. It's just now you're making it illegal to do something that bitches been doing for hundreds of years, but it was seen as a high level act. Like it was like a beautiful thing.
And this is my thing, like working, because I worked in a strip club for 10 years. So
like you stripping?
No, bartender.
What? Okay, bartender.
So, but you see everything that goes on in there. And like she said, like I said earlier, a lot of these girls, they're not smart, and I'm not trying to, you know, insult anybody, but when it comes to common sense, a lot of these girls don't have common sense. Like, you can easily manipulate them and gas them up or show them a picture of some money and they're distracted. Yeah. So that's number one. That's why I put up a post earlier on Instagram. I was like, listen, whatever business you in, learn your business. Whether you're a prostitute or a hoe, still learn your rights as a hoe. Learn your rights as a prostitute. And a couple of niggas DM'd me and they was like, oh, hoes get played, not paid. Like, that's not how that shit goes. Like, at the end of the day, like, pay me what you owe me. Like, it doesn't matter. If that's my price and you agree to it, pay me that. Don't try to lowball me or try to make me feel like what the service that I'm offering you is lesser than because you don't want to pay the fee.
Well, I'm a guy who likes a discount.
But understandable.
I'm gonna negotiate your price.
Understandable. You have. The thing is, I notice a lot of manipulative men. If I start having conversations with their girlfriend, they don't want me around that bitch no more. They be like, she gotta go, because I be speaking that girl power shit. I'm like, wait a minute, like, you know, just planting little seeds in their mind to empower them, but in turn empowering them kind of takes away the power from him, because she starts realizing that you can't manipulate me, you can't do this, you can't do that. She started realizing those things on her own. All I did was plant the seed.
I have a question for the guys, because it's two guys here, so I want to know y'all opinion. If you guys went to the stripper bowl and you went with money and you was spending your money, but then they tell you that the girl that danced for you all night, like, all that money is on the floor for them, like, how would you guys have felt as customers that went to the stripper bowl?
If what? The money I threw was just for the girl that touched me?
No, it wasn't just for the girl. They weren't allowed to touch any money. So let's say you went to the stripper bowl and you got 1,001s and you had a section and you wanted to dance her. Whatever money you threw on her, it still got bust down.
I wouldn't feel good, because, like, I came for that specific chick right there. You know what I'm saying? It just felt like, you know what I'm saying? Like when I used to go to the strip club, I always wanted to, you know, when I was young.
You go to the strip club?
No, I don't go there.
You can come in a relationship with your girlfriend on a lot.
You can still go to the strip club.
Yeah, I still do, but like lately I have been, like, I've been staying out the club scene, you know what I'm saying, just trying to focus on my comedy.
No, I get what you're saying.
But when I used to go, like, you know, I would always want to build a relationship with the stripper. You know,
so you'll go to the same strip club?
Yeah, go to the
So
same.
you don't want to like to sit there and have conversations with the stripper?
Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
It's a therapy session.
Bro, that's in the white club. Let's be real. In the office, them bitches don't want to talk to you.
What? That's where I used to go.
Them hoes want to
You'd be surprised.
They will sit down and talk to you.
But that goes for the bartenders too, because clearly I'm a therapist and I hate it. I don't be wanting to be a therapist, but 9 times out of 10, if somebody's at my bar, I'm their therapist. Yeah, the bar, they get everything.
You gotta have those type of skills.
Man, I hate it sometimes.
But if you know you're throwing the money at this chick and then she can't have it, it's like, it just
like, what if you came to support her, like, because you knew her rent was due, or you know she needed the money, but then you go there and you go and support this person, and she got to bust it down with 352 girls, because that's what happened. They had to bust it down. they had to bring in 120 bands because they didn't have enough money to split because they made the girls sit in the back for 2 hours while they gathered the money.
No, from what I heard, they didn't pay them out of none of that money that was on the floor at all. That's why they released that contract.
How? When they made them sit there and count it. And that was another thing that was green. Oh my God, they made those girls sit there till 12 o'clock in the afternoon and count all that money to get them $1,100. Y'all used them.
Of course.
They played them because regardless of the fee, it was like $200 to get in there.
It's gonna be that.
They made that. It was jam packed in there. It was like everyone said it was nowhere. It was hot.
I sat home. I said it out. I thought about it.
Who are the people in charge of this? Like, who decided who can't leave? Like, who? Those are the questions, because we're not gonna say EJ was responsible.
This is my thing. First of all, number one.
First of all,
they were right around the corner from me.
Hold on.
That was gonna fly.
Before we continue with this segment, I have no parts of the opinions expressed on the views and the names of these promoters that are being mentioned. Excellent.
I mean, I'm with it though.
Look, and I know the people that's involved, but I'm gonna tell you like this. The thing with that is, everybody listen.
You just really mark
this is real life. At the end of the day, next year is gonna be another issue with Super Bowl. So hey, we might as well speak on it. And I work in this industry. I do business in this industry. So yeah, I'm gonna speak on certain stuff. Now, granted, you guys, they built a dome not too far from Club 11. Club 11 is a new club owned by white people. Owned by people who have connects and clout in Miami-Dade County. There was never going to be any nudity in the dome. They didn't have enough. They didn't have the right permits or anything. So you had girls dancing in basically bikinis.
The dome was not created to be a strip club. It was supposed to be an event.
Yeah, but still, you have an event with strippers. Like you have to accommodate the strippers.
Right.
At the end of the day, if you want to bring 300 and something girls in there, accommodate them in somehow, some way. Them girls complained they didn't have food. It wasn't nothing to drink. It wasn't like, come on, like.
Now you feel about yo.
I don't think it was.
When you get booked, you have to have food. That's part of it.
And the bad part about it is, I don't like the fact that QC them try to throw Miami promoters under the bus. I don't like that, because I don't think that it was the Miami promoters involved. Because like I said, last year they had the same problem, and the stripper bowl wasn't down here. So.
And that's how it is, man. To be honest, I don't feel sorry for the strippers. I'm gonna be honest with you. I do not feel sorry for the strippers because back to what she said, you have to. And I'm being honest. I'm being honest.
If I can't touch my money,
this is your king. What do you just
listen to what I'm saying. Back to what she said. If you really trust and believe, you know your word, you shouldn't have been there.
What?
You could have went to the office. No, because a lot of them girls was disloyal to their home clubs. They wanted to go over there, and they would have made more money at the office of G5, Booby Shop on the River, the Rolex, all them clubs.
I feel like you can't say that because if this $1 million event was moved down here, this is the second year. First, last year it was just something he just did for Super Bowl.
Yeah, but last year
but last year they walked over like 3K.
They had to say no, it wasn't 3K. It was less than that.
No, I saw
it was 3K. Oh, but they still had the same.
You can't really hold them and say,
I'm
a stripper.
You're an independent contractor. However, a lot of these girls, they made it their business to be like, oh, fuck this club, I'm gonna go over here, because they felt like they were gonna get more money there.
But and then now, if you were a stripper, you would have did the same thing.
No, I wouldn't have. I'm smart. I go where I know my loyal customers gonna be at.
Because you know the money gonna walk in the building.
Money gonna come regardless.
You know there are gonna be several thousand millionaires.
Yeah, millionaires. Millionaires spend money. Like I said, I've been a server, so I done served Yo Gotti, Future, Gucci, Meek Mills, all of them niggas gonna spend money on who they want to spend money on. So all you under 400 hoes that's there hoping to get money from this millionaire?
It was over 300 people.
I'm sorry, my hands.
It was over 300 girls.
All those people you just mentioned though, those blogs would have been at the dome.
But they were at the dome, but guess what? Them hoes can't say they got money out of them. They got $1,100.
It was over 300 girls.
And guess what? If them niggas would have went in G5 or something, they probably would have spent more on that one girl.
But as you can see, whoever was the problem and this whole situation, all they did was hide their hands. We don't know.
That's what I'm like.
Who released that contract? Why isn't it attached to somebody's real Instagram account? Who? Like where? You forgot. The media has a way of warping our perception.
Oh, yes.
So I can throw something out there, and it's fact.
Yeah.
So I can be like, hey, I'm gonna pay you like $200. Post this on your Insta story and say that this was contract y'all got.
That's how they do it. That's how they do it.
So all them said that's not the contract they signed.
Exactly. So
these are powerful labels. They can literally just control the narrative.
It just shows you how powerful money is.
But you know, we just need a stripper from The Office or G5 that worked that night to show us how much y'all made that night.
They said they made a lot of money. That's what
they did.
Yeah, they had Boosie in there. They had
Nicki Minaj.
Oh yeah, there was so many people in the office.
Well, Nicki was at the office, right?
Nicki Minaj was at the office.
But this girl made a comment. She was like, you know,
G5 had an NFL stripper bowl, so they had NFL players and that's spending money. They had a stripper bowl too, but it was full of NFL players.
No, but this girl was like, regardless of the fact they made hella money that weekend. She said she can't say nobody didn't make no money that weekend.
Are you talking about that girl that was on the Shade Room that showed the story of how everything went? Because I'm trying to pull up her page now.
I didn't get to see it.
She showed everything, but I didn't know if she was defending them or not defending them because her story was flip-flop.
And then Cardi kind of gave me mixed vibes. I thought she was defending them. And
Cardi been a stripper.
Cardi said the girls weren't dancing, so they weren't throwing no money because the girls weren't dancing. That's why a lot of the guys are cuffing the money because the girls were just being lazy.
But like, if they not, but that's like mixed signal because if they're not getting paid off the dances, so what's the point of dancing?
But they didn't know that. They showed up thinking they were gonna get paid. They didn't know they're not getting paid until the whole thing was over.
Yeah, so it's like a lot of. So if I'm under the perception that if I'm walking into a party, okay, they can't get naked, but these hoes gonna be dancing, busting it open, But these strippers get there and they're under a different impression, like, oh, y'all not allowed to get naked, y'all not allowed to do single dances, So they just like, okay, we here. So we just, it's just like those kind of they looking at each other crazy because it's like, I ain't throwing no money because they ain't dancing. And he's like, well, I ain't dancing because I ain't allowed to pick up money or however it's supposed to
They said they divided the girls too. Certain girls had a blue wristband, certain girls had a green wristbands. The blue ones, they were supposed to be like the not cute ones. And the green one, they couldn't get next.
Whoever was the stripper at the stripper bowl.
If you didn't have a green wristband, you couldn't get next to the celebrities. The blue wristbands had to stay on the floor, and the green wristbands, they were allowed access to where the guy. But it still didn't make no sense because even the girls that were upstairs, downstairs, they still split the same pot.
Yeah.
Justice for the strippers.
Y'all gotta stand up for them.
I like a bartender.
It be the women that tear down strippers, bro. It don't be niggas, bro. It be women.
I'm still fighting for gratuity.
The thing is, I believe bitches who sell pussy should get paid. I believe bitches who sell sex should get paid.
Yeah, get paid for your
bitches who stripping, busting that pussy open, y'all need to get paid. I don't care what nobody say. Y'all need to get paid. That's hard work. Y'all fucking niggas, y'all don't even want to fuck. That's hard work. You gotta figure out how to make your pussy get wet. Things like this go into play.
And this is why I can't sell vagina.
Especially girls who sell pussy. They doing extra shit. They in the bedroom licking ass. You gotta be more
sensitive about your $40 jokes because this is serious.
Yeah,
I'm serious too.
They're traumatized.
Well, $40.
They gotta figure out how to get the pussy wet to fucking nigga.
Yeah, this is the thing.
Use lube.
Okay, $40. Okay, then $40 you should be get like a dead fish fuck. She just like that's $40.
Nah,
but if you want some acrobat shit, you gotta pay for that.
How do you know the worth though? That's what I want to know. How do you know the worth of yourself, or you just saying? You know what I'm saying? That goes in the.
What does it matter?
So now it doesn't matter.
No. I'm saying like for me, each woman should put their own worth on their own vagina. I think my vagina is worth everything, okay? So that's the worth I'm putting on my. You should think very highly of yourself. You should think very highly of yourself in anything that you do. So if I'm selling pussy, I got the best pussy out. Okay?
Right, exactly.
I'm selling the best pussy. I'm selling the best sex.
That's like you saying when you went to a show, you like, what's my worth as a comedian? What should I get paid? You know your value.
You the best motherfucking comedian. At least that's what you should be telling your goddamn self.
And if you're not telling yourself that, then you need to find something else.
Because if I don't think my pussy is worth that much, I ain't finna be selling it.
Right, that's true.
Like that. Like, especially if I'm a bitch that's gonna sell some pussy.
Or you could just be a.
But if you put it on the market, you're not getting like your value. You're getting like
you have to discount it.
And I guess that I'm gonna be an unpaid prostitute because I'm not selling $40 pussy. This ain't $40 pussy.
But it adds up. If you have 10 customers,
you get a $40 hand job, maybe.
If it adds up, you have more customers. That's quantity.
What you think you were?
Quantity.
$40 worth?
My comedy worth $40?
No.
No.
Nah, no hell.
Sexually, you think you $40 worth?
Depends on what the market price is. You gotta go by
Maybe
the
you don't
market.
have that self-confidence.
No, he says the middle of the market price. At the end of the day, he's saying about his bag. So if the market is dictating that I need to stay competitive and there's $40 dick out there and I have no customers, you need to be humble enough to lower your price.
You see, even though we fight, we on the same
It's
page.
the same customer.
Don't shake on that because I'll be sitting in the house.
I'm just
legs
listen.
crossed.
Well,
You
your
have to
bills
be
though.
honest with yourself.
You're selling for a reason, right? For goods and services, what are you doing? You're trying to get money. You're trying to.
At that point, she need to go get a retail job because you.
Yeah.
I'm not
You're like drug dealers. You're selling Nixon. Who's selling Nixon dime? You selling $5, $10.
Listen, you can't just be.
And we got $20.
That's small time. We small time here right now.
Exactly. So you might as well get a job. You selling drugs. You get $20 a week. Go get a job, sir.
If you selling pussy for $40, you small timing right
Can
now.
you not say that?
You're building your work.
Reinforcement.
Building your work.
You're building a portfolio.
When you
have to build a
invest,
clientele.
If you had sex with more than five dudes, your resume is good. It's hefty. It's enough. You don't need to sell no $40 pussy.
listen, when you invest money, when you invest in something, you don't make money. You don't make that exact money right then and there. It takes time.
Yeah.
You know why these niggas buy
That
$40
pussy been
pussy?
sitting there.
Because they nutting in 2.5 seconds.
So
Get it
So
quick.
I
Get it out
guess
quick.
$40
The
for
faster
2
you go,
minutes.
the more money you make.
I guess $40. I'm still.
okay, $40 for 2 minutes.
$40 for 2
Okay.
minutes. Yeah, $40 for 2 minutes.
You see, it sounds.
But you ain't finna fuck the shit out of me for no $40.
That's the problem though.
Y'all don't lay up with
That's the
people.
problem though.
Y'all not gonna lay up.
Everybody's so quick to shut down. What happened to the art of negotiating?
No. See, the thing is,
$40, what that gave me?
when I think
A good
about
solid 5 minutes.
nah, 2 minutes.
Well, 5
It's
minutes.
worth $40. And
Five
a dead
minutes,
fish,
5 minutes.
a dead fish like that.
Nah, you
What's
got-
5 minutes?
Yeah, you gonna get a dead fish coochie.
Well,
I got
listen,
60 for the 5.
listen. We all can agree that those girls was handled extremely wrong.
They degraded them. They made them look bad. Like, I get it, they're strippers. Strippers have a reputation or whatever the case may be. But a person is a person. And I got that from Dr. Seuss.
And that's a job.
Happy birthday to
That's
my
a
son.
job. That's still, that's
But a
still,
person is a
Respect is
person.
due to a roach.
But that's- the thing is-
for real.
No,
And I feel
fuck
like
them roaches.
I feel like they
We don't give roaches respect.
No, but I'm just saying that I feel like they made them. They kind of degraded them in a sense.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah.
It was like, y'all gonna get what I'm gonna
They
give
were like
you.
free entertainment.
Yeah.
But at the same time, when you're doing a business like that, if you're a stripper, you're a prostitute, you gotta have that mindset of like, okay, I know what type of backlash I'm gonna get, so let me make a better decision for me. If push comes to shove, I know I made this money. You know, I know I did this. I know I made this happen.
But I kind of feel like, and as we kind of wrap this up a little bit, this specific topic, I kind of feel like if I went in there with that mindset, when you're a hustler, you hustle.
Yeah.
No matter the circumstance.
You're gonna make it happen regardless.
So I feel like if you have a quota in your mind based on, because some strippers I have known, they have quotas based on the night, based on the circumstance, based on the club. And if you had in your mind, I was not going home with nothing less than 4-5K, I would have, like, not trying to be funny, at that point, that's when you really start.
Suck something.
Like, not to be, no, for real, because it's like, but I guess you could say you really can't say that because they had them sitting up all night until they gave them that petty $1,000.
16 hours.
So it's like, by that time, football was over.
Why are we assuming that all strippers have sex for money though?
I'm not saying that, but I'm just saying if you have a quota, you do whatever to get to that quota. That's like if you got rent. Today tomorrow you can lose your job, but you still got rent. So it's like,
which brings us back to why you're not accepting $40.
I would have
I'm still not gonna
can't pay no rent.
I would have
do your backs against the
and a
wall.
lighter, and all that money would have been on fire. That's all I'm saying.
They would have sent you to jail.
That's okay.
Yeah, took your ass to
If my cousin from over town would have been outside with a torch, cause if I couldn't get my money like I expected, ain't nobody getting that money.
But when you say strippers, when you said a lot of times it's perceived as all strippers, sell themselves sexually. That kind of brings me to: do y'all feel like strippers are worthy of dating?
Yeah.
I feel like that because I have met some very nice, cool strippers that literally
people
go to work and go home.
I like that. They're people.
Strippers are people. It just we like to put that label that they're not the how you say the model woman, the typical woman that you should. They're people. They're doing what they. Most strippers that
you date a stripper, right?
Yeah, they should before.
Yeah.
I did a stripper before. And then, you
What
know,
she worked at?
I've dated a stripper before
Her
too.
name was
What was that?
Strawberry Shortcake. Huh?
You dated a stripper from the office room?
Yeah.
Strawberry shortcake.
Y'all like went on dates and stuff?
Yeah.
I
He
dated a
was a
stripper
goo. She's
too.
like, he was a
My
girl.
only girlfriend was
He
a
was the
stripper.
goo.
And that mindset, that's how I know strippers are not that smart. Like,
How
they
y'all
can
dated?
have everything, some of them can have everything out there in front of them. And they still be blinded by these artificial lights up here. Like, that's just how their mindset is. Like,
Not all of them.
not all of them. Because I've met some strippers that, you know, gave me a different aspect when it comes to strippers. But for the most part, the majority of conversation with them, you'll be like, wow.
They just
I met
This is how y'all really think about life. Like, you ask them, and they go through real life shit. That's what drives you crazy. Because strippers go through shit. Like, if they ever had a hidden camera in a strip club, and you see the type of stuff that some strippers have to go through, it's like, for y'all to go through all this stuff and still be dumb, it's like, yeah. No.
But some of them, I've talked to strippers who are doing it to advance in life, you know, whether it's to...
But I say they say that, but then I don't believe in that shit either. I grew out of believing that story because that's just an age-old story that a lot of strippers tell, and they really still blinded by these lights. Because the right nigga come in there, if the right nigga come in the club and say the right thing to their ass, whatever the fuck they was working on, or was building for, or was in here for, it's over.
That's any woman though.
No, that's not
that's
any
not
woman.
any
No, that's not.
No, you start
That's
that.
not.
Are you trying to say we're easily brainwashed?
With money, yeah.
No, men are.
No, I'm glad you feel that way.
Men are way.
Well, this,
What you said with money?
When you have a certain, when you're a certain caliber of nigga and you got a certain type of money, like the word, you ain't gotta use too much words to like seduce this woman.
I think to a bum, yeah.
Yeah.
But if I know
Most niggas who that's what they money be corny as fuck. It's like saying get your ass out my
But
face.
the thing is, I've been in situations with famous men, powerful men, and that did not distract me. I was just like, okay, and
Yeah, but you gotta treat their ass like okay then. Like
I think that happens when females not used to nothing. But when
Yeah.
you're the type of female that you could get the lowest to the highest, it's
Right.
like it's just
My dad
you're in that position where you can't
so that
choose.
shit don't
It's like I
bother
don't have to be with you because you bring X, Y, and Z to the table. Because when I show you, okay, I can get that same thing, probably not as quickly as you. It's like, okay, then I'm in a position to make decisions.
My dad raised me a certain way, so like I was raised by a man, so when it comes to like that,
And I was
really
raised by
don't
the
excite
same
me.
man.
Like I really just
So,
be like,
yeah.
It's like certain girls, for example,
we grew up around famous people, so
yeah, like
for us,
literally,
it's
like
okay.
my auntie is Betty Wright. Like we literally grew up around these type of people. Betty Wright. So we grew up around. Yeah, we grew up around these type of people. So it's like, and we sung backup growing up. Like that was our job. Like we sung backup for Trick Daddy, Cash Money, all type of people.
Michael Jackson, Lil Wayne,
all type of people.
Fresh.
So that shit don't excite me at all. Like because them people that have that money, the shit that they really be going through in real life, I don't want no parts of that.
Yeah.
That bad energy, that spirit, I want no parts of that.
But he can help you.
I don't want no parts of that.
I don't believe it.
I'm a hustler.
All women say that they're not impressed by, but as soon as you put that bag in
That's
front
not
of it, it's a different story, bro.
And then like
It's a different
and
story.
it all depends on the type of women used to be
When
around because
somebody
there's
puts
a
a
lot
lot
of
in front
different
of me,
worlds
I'm
out
thinking
here.
about what I'm finna do with that, not what I'm gonna buy, what I'm gonna, how I'm finna, if this is given to me at this moment, what I'm gonna do to flip it. I don't do design, I don't do none of that. Like that kind of stuff don't excite me. I drive
self-invest, so yeah.
Like,
I'm trying to figure out what I can put this
if
into
a bag is in
to
front
get
of me,
more out of it.
I'm thinking like, how is this gonna help me build my business? How is this gonna help me buy a house, put myself in a situation where I don't have to work for somebody else, where I can work for myself and then put other people that I love on. So I don't look at it, I have no kids, but I don't look at it in that aspect. So if you see me get distracted from a bag, it's because that I'm thinking in my mind that bag is gonna help me get there, not what I can buy with it, not what I can do with it. Those kind of things I've never been impressed by it because I'm a simple ass bitch. So for me, if a bag gets in front of me by somebody who can put me in a situation, I'm distracted, yeah, but I'm distracted because I'm thinking in my head, okay, how much I'm gonna put towards my business, how much I'm gonna put towards it.
I don't know.
No, that's true.
Me and my sister had these business conversations every.
And you can ask my sister. I've had to deal with men. I've always done business in a strip club, and she has always been right there, so she knows the type of stuff I done dealt with dealing with men. I always gotta put that extra aggressiveness in my voice because when it comes to men and women doing business, a man gonna try it. A man gonna try it. But you have to have the willpower as a woman. It's like either I'm finna get this check that I came here for, or I'm finna go suck dick for this check that he gonna give me.
Yeah, and
I don't want that check.
I've seen her get aggressive with niggas. We have like two different mindsets of getting to the same goal.
Yeah, like
she gonna say, and I'm gonna be quiet. In my head, I'm thinking about how I'm gonna rob your ass blind.
Right, she gonna be like, oh my god.
No, not physically rob you, but I mean like how am I gonna get what I need out of you?
My personality
without having to get aggressive with you.
And I'm gonna let you know when I feel like you're trying me. Like,
so I ain't gonna say nothing. I'm gonna let you try me. I ain't gonna say nothing.
But
I'm gonna smile. I'm gonna do everything.
You know, one of my older family members always tell me, you can get more with honey than you can get
more with honey.
And it's like my issue. I'm here. Like my issue is anybody know. Even like, dude, like I don't care what it. If I feel like you play on me, especially when it comes to money, because I'm real. Like I'm young, but I have did so much for myself. So it's like I'm real. I don't care who you are. Like you said, what? I was just doing an interview this weekend because I was just doing an interview this weekend for like a really big time artist, and he kept calling me Jasmine. And I stopped them from recording. I said, I told you my name is Yasmin. And we was done recording. He came over there. He was like, I respect you so much. Because somebody else would have just, but something so small like that, they was laughing like, it's not that serious. No, it is that serious. That's not my name.
I got some point.
And that's something small.
Like,
but it's like, no, you gotta, I don't care. And I run into dudes all the time. I'm always, that's my goal, to get a bigger and better interview. People DM me and stuff all the time. When it comes to my show, I don't play like that. Like when it comes out of my business, I don't care. Yeah, I'm cute, smiling, ha he he. I don't play like that. And anybody who date me know, like you don't even gotta worry about that because I done been in the presence. Same thing. My dad used to play for the NFL for years, and people don't even know that unless my family. I don't care about stuff like that because it's like at the end of the day, I feel like what's better than a man with money is a strong woman. Because without a woman, what can a man do? I don't care what nobody say. It's
I agree.
No statistics.
Without a man, without a woman.
Come on, man.
Yeah, but statistics have proven. Statistics have proven.
Come on, let's go.
Without a woman, men can only go so far. I'm not saying. I'm not even saying all the time. It's somebody you date. It could be your mama. It could be your sister. It could be that auntie. But it's always a strong ass woman.
Any powerful man, any powerful man goes a strong woman behind him.
Yeah, they say it all the time. But that's a fact.
That is a fact.
You don't agree?
They high rates of black men who are married to black women are more successful. That is a fact. That came out actually last year. Black men who are married to black women are far more successful, and it's fact. Because black women ain't finna let you wallow. They not finna let you.
That's like when I see people have all these conversations.
I don't want to take it to the black and white aspect, but it's just.
I'm talking about a woman.
Let's keep it to the woman.
No, I'm just.
That was even black or white.
But I'm giving statistical data. I'm giving statistical data. That's fact. That's not. I'm not making that up, and I'm not saying that because I'm black. That's an actual fact. For research that has showed last year that black men who are married to black women are more successful.
It's not even, but you're not going to even say black because if you want to start doing the racial part, look at Amazon. He started off in his garage with his wife. That is $1 billion company. And if you want to go to black, look at Barack Obama. If you have ever read Michelle Obama's book, Michelle was a lawyer. She was set and she met Barack. And Barack, not trying to be funny, he was just somebody with big dreams. She was a lawyer. She molded him to be the president, the first black president of the United States of America. Okay. And it's like, I'm not saying that women always have to be somebody you're dating, but I have met men who even said, my mama that girl. Like my mama is the reason I am who I am. They don't mention their daddy. Some people that grew up with their grandma. Let's not even say your mama. And they so ambitious, they respectful, it's always some woman in a very successful man's life that is the reason why he is the way he is. Whether it's my boyfriend.
That's a story though.
It's not even a story.
Because my boyfriend, his parents have been married for 42 years. His daddy is a pastor, but his mom and his sisters, those are all the women in his family. They listen. You could tell that they're the ones who carry the family. Like the men in the family, they do their part. His dad is. Everybody know that's the head nigga in charge. But the women in that family, they take care. They make sure everything is the way it's supposed to be.
Like what?
And even sometimes, like, I be like, well, damn, like, what am I supposed to do? Like, because he really have like
A strong-
he really have a strong background, like to the point where it's like, well, I guess sometimes I gotta get in where I fit in because he was already raised like that. So it's not like, oh, I'm coming into his life to like do something extra that he ain't never seen before because he been raised with women like that. So yeah, I do feel like women play a big role from the time that you're a child to the time
Women
that
do
you grow
play
up.
a big role. I'm not saying they don't play a big role, but to say like they're doing all the work and they're so.
Okay, my baby daddy have a traveling basketball team.
No.
All he do is coach.
Yeah, he don't like.
The loans, the money that they get, the grants, the out of town trips and all that stuff. If it wasn't for his sister, his mom and them on the phone with them people all day, he wouldn't have that
Well,
shit.
she's saying that the woman is the strong backbone.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're not saying that. We're not saying we're the puppeteer, but we the one that put that idea in your ear. We're that motivation at night.
I feel like
you want to
be
push that idea that you don't feel like
let's say
will
you
work.
want to be greater than Kevin
That's what
Hart,
I'm saying.
right?
Any nigga who's trying to do this for greatness,
You know
Every
what
time
you
your
know
woman
what
gonna
you
be
want
up
to
trying to figure out how you gonna be
You know
great
what
at
you
that
want to
hard.
be. There's gonna be somebody that's come to you or be like, okay, this way you trying to get. All right, let's get here.
Yeah.
Let's get here. Let me work on this for you so you can get here. Then you get here and eventually you make it there. It's always. We always see the goal, but we don't see the plan that got you there. Like that, those little things. Like, of course you put in the work. Kevin Hart worked hard as fuck. He works hard as hell.
And no woman helped him with
No.
that.
Yes, he did. His ex-wife still has his name
serious?
right now.
Tori
And he
Hart-
don't even argue with her about taking
She
his
was a
name.
comedian first.
Yes.
She
talks about struggling with Kevin Hart. And Kevin Hart, you know what he
my whole staff is
did?
women. I only have one male.
Listen, he did what a lot of typical dudes do. They get money, they get to a certain stature, and they go and get what looks more appropriate for them to be with. But listen, that's what he did because she does jokes right now. She joke about it all the time. It's funny to her. She still has Kevin Hart last name. She struggled with Kevin Hart, and when he started getting real big. Typical, he started cheating, doing little stuff. She still stays.
That's like the movie.
I just feel like men put in a lot more work.
He talks about it.
I just feel like men put in a lot more work.
That's not the conversation. The conversation.
What's the conversation?
The conversation is the man that, because I don't know. Well, any man who's trying to be great, right? There's a lot that comes with being a man. First of all,
right?
We have a lot on your plate. It's stressful. We want to give up. We're tasked with responsibility to be the provider. It's hard being a man, a real man. So when you have a woman behind you that's telling you like, okay, you took that L, it's fine, make it happen. When you have that woman that's taking those calls or writing those emails and doing things the way it needs to be done, because women, they have a way of making things a lot more smoother. They'll take something and untie it, you look a lot more smoother. Stuff that you don't even realize that shit, like, I don't have to focus on this, I can focus on what I gotta do.
Are women really doing that though, bro?
I do that.
Like, be honest with yourself,
okay,
bro. Like, are women really doing that?
Okay,
or they just sitting back and watching you do all the work?
I know women that fill out their job applications for their niggas.
Right.
If
your woman's not doing that for you,
all right, look at it like this. I'm an entrepreneur. I'm a creator. I'm a creative. I act. It's just a whole bunch of things. For example, I have a shitload of. My plate is full. My boyfriend's a police officer. He's in a master's program. You know what I do? I'm very dominant and I'm very alpha. I'm a very alpha female.
But that's our dad fault.
But
my dad did that.
However, I know he's able to focus on his work and he's able to do what he needs to do. I make sure I cook him a dinner. When he gets home, there's food. He don't have to. We don't live together. I drive to his house. Those things go.
He lives an hour away from you.
He lives an hour away from me. That makes sure he works out a lot. Make sure his body healthy, his spirit's okay. We meditate. Make sure his mind is right. Those things that we make so small, those are big impacts when it comes to affecting a life. I'm older than him. I always say younger guys, but I'm older than him. But I know that I'm a better person when my mind is right, when I'm eating right, when I'm working out, when my spirit feels good. Like, I'm not gonna stress him out. He probably stresses me out more than I stress him out. But I don't stress him out. I don't, because I want him to be his best. I want him to show up as his best self. I want him to get to that because I know when he gets there, and we are together, he gonna take care of me.
Right.
He take care of me now.
Any man that's destined for greatness, any man that's an entrepreneur or is trying to further his education, it takes a special woman to even be with that type of man.
Right.
I'm an entrepreneur that's in law school. I can't date this anybody.
You're in law school, yeah.
I can't date this anybody. You know how many women that just don't deal with me like, oh, I like what you're doing, I like you have a lot going on. So we start dating. I'm too busy. And not everybody wants to deal with that.
And let me tell you,
it takes a special type of woman to deal with a man.
But there's not many women that's doing that.
But and let me tell you about my situation now. When me and my boyfriend first started dating, I was in the club. I was just the waitress. And he was hustling, and he had his own him and his dad had his own lawnmower company. And like within a year, you know, stuff ended up, they lost their contracts or whatever. So he had more free time for me. So he always had time for me. Always. Like, always. Then when it came to, when he started focusing more on being a basketball coach, that shit take up a lot of time. Practice 5 days a week. So when you go after work, you want to practice. Like, I'm not seeing you till 10 o'clock at night sometimes. Then if you got games over the weekend, your games start at 8 o'clock, you gone. I work overnight, so you gone.
And then when you do see him, he's stressed.
He's tired. Or if he lost the game, he's not talking to me when he come home.
Exactly.
Like, he got a whole, like, that shit, like, and that's why my relationship struggled a lot last year, because I wasn't used to him not having time for me, or, you know what I'm saying, doing certain stuff. Like, me and my baby daddy, we always could be around each other. But even with me, because I was always the busy one, and even when I was the busy one, I used to get smoke from him because I was always busy. But I've always been a promoter, I've always been an entrepreneur, event planner, so I always have shit to do for myself, even when I'm not working at, you know, somewhere. So it ended up becoming like an issue with us, but then I started realizing, like, okay, I guess you gotta, and this is me being stubborn and dominant, I had to start figuring out, okay, Naima, just make time for when you want to spend time with him. Because when you get busy, you get in the same attitude that he get. But then when you're not busy and you want his attention, I want him to cater to me. But that was fair to, you know, the both of us. It don't work like that.
Changed a little.
Right.
I didn't
it don't work like that.
Calendar. She used to like look at she said, oh, you're free on this day, we're doing this. Like, how do you know? She has my calendar.
Yeah, now I ask. I be like, well, what are you doing this weekend? You got games this weekend? Okay, so we're going to do this weekend. Like, I try to figure it out, even though now the season is started, so I'm never going to see his ass. Like, they're going out of town this weekend. And I can't go because I work on the weekend. So my son, everybody's gone, and I'm home by myself.
But to answer your question, yes, there are women that are doing that.
Yeah.
But guess who's that with him though? His mom, his sisters, they don't miss
you don't see it much, especially not in this generation.
No.
Keep in mind that we're in our 30s too. We're not 90s babies. We're not 90s babies. Yeah, we're 80s babies. So it's the difference. I'm not a 90s baby.
My friends are like that. So women will accommodate men who they feel hold that value. Like, if maybe not in my 20s, I probably wouldn't have realized it, but in my 30s, I know value when I see a person, when I see what they're trying to do, even if they're not there yet. If I see it, I'm like, all right, I'm here. Even if we don't end up in, if we don't last, I just feel like I like to see other people.
You see the potential.
Yeah, like I see the potential. I want you to win. Like, it's so I'm going to, as long as I'm in your life at this, even if it's forever or if it's just this little bit of time, I'm going to give you the tools that you need. Otherwise, why are you? I feel like when you come across people in your life, people are supposed to give and teach you things, you know, and then move on. Some people stay, some people move on. So, and it should be reciprocity when it comes to it. So for me, even if it's for a short, oh, thank you. Even when it's a short period of time, I feel like if I'm in your life, whether we friends, whether we lovers, whether we whatever, it should be some point of benefit. And when we look at it, we always look at it as a financial benefit. And sometimes that's not the case.
I need emotional benefits.
I'm a very spiritual person.
I went through a lot as a kid. I'm a very, so, you know, I need emotional.
And sometimes you just need somebody to talk to too.
Yeah.
Someone who gets it.
Because I'm moody, and sometimes it's hard for me to express myself, and sometimes I'll wait until I'm upset and then that shit just come out the wrong way. So I be needing somebody who be like, yo, sit down, tell me what's wrong with you. Like, that's the type of support I need, because I need to be able to talk to you and be open with you when it comes to
I'm the same way. I like talking, like all that, like let's go out and walk on. I just like this. Sit
me
there.
too. I can sit on the beach and talk for hours.
I just want to sit there and like I want my whole shit quiet and just let's talk. I don't like all that extra.
You're ready to hang out then, so y'all can talk together.
On the microphone.
I was gonna say, I don't want no problem.
You can't have no friends. You can't have no
Because that phrase said the word. That's the episode.
That shit don't work for nobody.
That's the episode. That's a whole other episode, boy. Because we didn't talk about that.
I don't want no trouble with nobody.
Well, listen, as we wrap up tonight's episode, y'all are like extremely funny. Do y'all have anything coming up? Any, I guess, events? Any future plans that we should kind of know? You
I have one, but I don't
EP dropping or anything?
I can't really promote it.
Yeah, we need to know what's going on with Gina.
Into the fly. No, not that. See, that too. But it's something else that's big. But I think the people that I'm dealing with, I feel like I gotta wait till I just drop the flyer. I'm gonna text you about it, but I can't,
Okay. What about you, Mr. Jokes?
Oh, you okay? Well, February 6th, you can catch me at the Miami Improv. I'll be telling jokes there.
Hey, that's my son's birthday.
Oh, okay. I'll be telling jokes about your son at the Miami Improv.
Oh,
February 14th, where me and Jax and the whole Messenger team will be having a Valentine's Day event. So bring your spouse, your boyfriend, girlfriend, or your ex, or your crazy ass baby daddy, and we're gonna have some good time. Okay?
It's fine. We have security.
Well, I don't,
Pure Camilla.
We make candles, soap, body butter, all from scratch, all by hand.
Pop-up shops coming up.
Real alchemists out here.
Okay, February 14th, like you said, we're having the My Funny Valentine's Messages event. I'll be performing along with some dope performers. Miami Guy Jokes will be hitting the stage. It's gonna be a dope evening. I can't remember the last time I hit the stage, so it'll be fun to be back on stage doing what I do. I'm dropping a visual to one of my poems, Natural Hair White Toes, that's coming soon. And I think I might do another, Natural Hair White Toes. That's my.
I like that.
That's what I'm,
You got an audio of it?
I have audio, it's on my EP, Lovers and Friends. I dropped it last year on Valentine's Day.
I saw people putting it on Instagram,
that
like
was
the story.
That was the event I had last year. So the last year that was my release party.
She was at
I did an event a day before or a day after a day before your event.
Okay.
I was the feature poet for.
Oh, nice.
Tonight.
All right, so I dropped that last year, and this year for Valentine's Day, I'm dropping the visual to it. We just shot it last week. It's dope. Matter of fact, we've been sitting here. My videographer is texting me clips of the promo video. I gotta check it out. And I think I might drop another. I have 2 other projects that I'm dropping this year. I'm gonna get back into the writing. I haven't dropped a book in a couple of years, and I'm gonna drop another audio project this year too. But February 14th, make sure I come out there, show love, follow the Messages Talents, follow everything we got going on, follow our YouTube page.
I gotta follow you.
Follow Messages Talents, follow the publishing company too, Messages Publishing. We have 4 authors that are dropping this year.
We definitely gotta exchange it.
Yeah, we have 4 authors that are dropping this year. Our first one is going out. She's a new author, she's a new writer. She's dropping her first book March 30th. It's called Consciousness Detoured. So that's her book, she's dropping that. We have a lot of stuff going on, you just gotta follow the pages to keep up. I probably forgot some stuff. But we working, man.
Well, yes, I don't think y'all got a lot going on. Well, of course, we just wrapped up Tacos and Tequilas. If you guys missed it.
It was fire. It was a good event. I liked it.
The energy was amazing. It was nice. It wasn't like overly crowded, but it was an empty.
But you guys did 2. I didn't know it was 2 cooking classes.
Yeah, we literally had 2 classes, that was really unplanned, and
but it worked out good.
Yeah, it really, really did. I have another event. I'm kind of cooking up a little bit. It's not anything set in stone, but I feel like I'm more than a blogger, a podcast, a YouTuber, a host, whatever people call it. I'm trying to do a little bit of everything.
Yeah, because you'll be at One Grade 305 again this year.
Yeah. And you bring people together. You absolutely do.
And I love that. I love people, and I honestly don't dislike nobody. So I just love having like good energy, good time, good events. So I try my best to just think of events that people aren't having, like things that's not consistently going on. So look out for something soon, and I guess we're gonna wrap up tonight's episode. Make sure you guys tune in each and every Sunday at 7:30 p.m. and thank you so much. Good night.